Jay Mitch. Yo, what's going on? It's your boy Jay Mitch. I'm up here today with a brand new offering from Hobby King and Turnigy. The new Volt X LiPos, the high voltage LiPo batteries. If you have not yet, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe to your man's channel, and I definitely appreciate you for it. Now, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, Hobby King sent me these batteries quite a few months ago as a collaboration effort. So, with that being said, let's go over the LiPos. What you see in front of you is the Hobby King Volt X high voltage LiPo batteries. One is rated for 7,500 milliamp hours in 6S. This one is rated for 9,500 milliamp hours in 6S. These are high voltage LiPos. So the difference between high voltage LiPos and normal LiPos is that the nominal voltage is 3.8 for LiHVs versus 3.7 for regular LiPos. And also the maximum voltage of high voltage batteries is 4.35 volts per cell versus 4.2 for LiPo batteries. So what does that mean for you? It has a higher voltage and it has a higher power output when compared to standard LiPos. So with these LiPos, you'll get enhanced performance for high demand applications. So we're talking about speed running, drag racing, ultimate bashing, off-road running, off-road racing. When you need that power, it's going to be there. You have a greater reliability under stress and heavy use. You'll have improved safety with added internal protections that's built into the battery. These have I don't know if they're G4, but they have protection plates in between each cell. Also, you have a better efficiency for longer lasting power. You have extended battery lifespan. You have more confidence in durability during fast charging in intense use. And they're also lighter and smaller. These high voltage LiPos are lighter and smaller when compared to other high voltage LiPos. Now, I want to tell you, these are 6S LiPos, but you can get these LiPos from 1S all the way through 6S applications. Like I said, they're gonna drop this line. Turnigy has been in the game for a long time. You remember the Turnigy Graphenes, the Turnigy HDs. They offer batteries for different types of budget. If you're balling on a budget, they got a little cheaper range. And as you go up, you start approaching like the Graphenes and these Volt X LiPos. These are gonna be on a higher cost scale, but still cheaper than still cheaper than the super higher end LiPos. And I keep on saying cheaper. I should say add more value to your pockets than cheaper than more expensive companies. So you can buy these LiPos with confidence. I have quite a few HD packs. I still have a couple graphene packs over there for my speed run days that are kind of in bash use or just kind of on ice from Turnigy from back in the day, and they really do make great products. So I was happy when they asked me to collaborate and use these LiPos. Now I have been running these LiPos, just not sitting here opening up the box and showing this to you guys. I have been running these in my Team Corrali Kagama, my Asuga, my what I have over there, XRT. Actually been running these in my Red Cat Vigilante. I try to just use these whenever I can. These are 6S, I can't run them in every car, like I can't run them in the mini cars, but in the 6S applications, I've been using these LiPos a lot. Now, I'll be honest with you, the 7500 or the 7.5s have fit better in my truggies, right? So on my 8-scale truggies and my Asuga, these have fit pretty good. With no issues. Now, when you try to go into a Typhon or something, like when you have to sit them on the side, they're a little tall, right? And the 9500s are just way too long for most applications. I'll be 100% honest with you guys. You could probably use this in like a Limitless. These will fit in a Limitless. These will fit in like an X Max or XRT, something with some long battery trays. the sheer size of these is crazy. So the 9500s, I got the 9500s. I'm like, I need that 9500. But the bigger the lipo, the higher the milliamp hour is probably gonna, be a bigger lipo and less applications that you can use it in. So I would say be very careful when you order these to make sure that they fit your application before you order them. I love milliamp hour. I'm a sucker for milliamp hour. Give me the milliamp hour because I can run all day on 9500 milliamp hours. That's, you thinking the milliamp hour is the size of your gas tank in this case. So that's what that is for me. 9500 is very appealing, especially you get two of these, run these on 12S. Man, you're talking about some great run times and some fun and, a 12S application. So same thing with the 7500. 7500 has great run time as well, great long run time. Now I'll tell you, when I was running these batteries, I never felt the yearning for more power. I never felt like the batteries ran low. I felt like the opposite. I'm like, wow, will these batteries ever die? Like, will they ever die? Like, I'm usually used to getting maybe like 10 to 15 minutes running, but I felt like I was out there forever jumping and bashing. That's another aspect of these batteries. They're very durable with the protection plates that people use. A lot of people like to bash with hard packs, but hard packs are super expensive for some really good ones. And also they're bigger in width. So it kind of takes up a lot of space in your battery tray. So if you run around a hard pack, effectively you kind of have to get one with lower milliamp hour so you can accommodate the size of the lipo, because that pack, that case, it's just larger. With these soft packs with the protection plates inside, you get the durability of a hard pack, but you get the size of a soft case. A little bit bigger than a soft case, but nowhere as big as a hard case, and actually lighter than a hard case as well. Now, I just wanted to show you guys just a quick comparison against two, lipos. This is the China Hobby line 9500s. These are a little older battery. I wanted to compare them to the Hobby King Turnigy Bolt X 9500s. You can see they're about the same width, same length. But actually, I think the Hobby King the China Hobby line is a little bit longer than the Turnigy, and also just slightly wider too. So these are coming in smaller. These 9500s are coming in smaller than the venerable 9500 China Hobby line batteries, and that's just showing you the size comparison. So you can't fit these China Hobby lines. You can't fit these CNHLs and everything, but these bolts should fit a little bit better. Now the 7500 is about the same size, but definitely shorter when you compare it to the 9500, as to be expected. It's only 7500 milliamp hours. So that's all I wanted to show you with that. Here's a 7700. You really can't compare this to any of them because the 7700 is definitely smaller in 2 dimensions, but longer in length. So you can't really compare it to the 7500 in that way. But the 9500, you can see that it's definitely smaller than the 9500, but you're sacrificing runtime when you're talking about milliamp hour. 7700 milliamp hour is going to give you less runtime than the 9500 milliamp hour. These are two good lipos, but like I said, this is about the Bolt X. I just wanted to have these up and show you guys for comparison's sakes. Now, let's talk about the packaging and just take a little bit closer look at the lipo before I end the video. So when you get the lipo, they come in these inconspicuous black boxes. Like they're just plain boxes, really no labeling on them. You get your SKU number and it tells you to read the manual, and they tell you that it's shipped at 30% charge. So that's telling you you have to return them to storage charge as soon as you get them. They're at 30%. Hit them on a charger. I like to cycle my batteries and then just put them in storage charge, especially when they're brand new, if I'm not running them for a long time. So that's exactly what I did with these lipos. Follow the directions. Let me open up the box and show you what's included. Really nothing inside the box. It's some packaging, and then you also get your manual here. It gives you warning warning, talks about discharging, talks about damage limits, and it talks about your limited warranty. You have a little warranty on these, so it's pretty cool. So you get this in both of the boxes. Now I just want to take a closer look at these two specific batteries. Like I said, you can buy these batteries in multiple different sizes. You can get them from 1S all the way up to 6S. You can get them from as little as 300 milliamp hours all the way up to this 9500 milliamp hour and all those voltages. So that's pretty cool. But specifically, if you look at these batteries, again, it is constructed with protection plates around it. You can, if you like, you can feel it. You can feel the metal around inside underneath this this wrap. These did come with XT90s, and these are not the cheap XT90s. These are the XT90s that have the anti-spark built into them. So that's pretty cool. The wire that's used on these batteries is a 10 gauge wire, and they're rated for 200 degrees Celsius. And I mean, it's really nice packaging here, guys. Just want to bring you in closer so you can get a good look at it. It's a really nice looking pack. It is been nothing but a pleasure running these. I have not had an issue. I haven't had a hiccup. I've sent these off the ramp. You guys can, you know, attest to that. Maybe I'll put a clip in here of my team Corrali using these exact batteries, doing backflips, double backflips off a ramp, landing badly, and the pack still look new. Like I said, I've had these batteries for a few months, and I'm a little behind on making a video for them. And you know, I never forgot about them. I've been making content with them, but I've never made a video specifically for the batteries. And it's perfect timing because these will be released on July 11th, and they'll be available on the Hobby King website. I will leave a link in the video description to Hobby King's website, and if they're available, you can find them there. I'll come back. I don't have the specific link to the batteries just yet because I don't think they posted it. But I'll share the link to Hobby King's website so you can grab yourself a set of these Bolt X LiPos. Now, all in all, these are really good. I recommend them. If you're looking for some new LiPos and you want to try high voltage LiPos, I would try these. Again, you can charge these to 4.35 volts per cell versus your normal 4.2 volts. So again, you're going to get the power. You're going to get longer run times. When you're speed running, you'll, instead of starting off below 4.2 volts, you'll be starting above 4.2 volts. So you'll have that little extra cheap voltage to push that motor to its limits, to maximize the performance of that motor or that setup, you know, with these batteries. So with that being said, I feel like I rambled enough. I'm gonna go ahead and end it. I'm gonna say thank you for y'all time and attention. Shout out to Hobby King for sending these batteries for me and asking me to test these, and I'm gonna continue to run these bad boys. Shout out to my homie Dave Hubbard, rest in peace. Shout out to my homie Big Willie. Shout out to Ted. Shout out to Adam from RC Discount. Shout out to Hector from RC Discount. Shout out to all my guys from the RC Live. Big Gap, Rattle, Super Dave, Big Reg, Doc, everybody that been supporting your man's channel. Thank you for y'all time and attention. Y'all be good now. Peace.